Hi, I'm Hans-Burkhard Schlomer, a LEGO Star Wars model designer and creator of Betrayal at Cloud City. Cloud City is a really great location, and I think there would be potential for dozens of small sets. But in this case you get everything at once, isn't that cool? I wanted Cloud City to be laid out in a logical way, so that it allows you to go from room to room just as in the movie, so you don't have to jump around. The story starts on the landing platform, then you enter the hallway where you can see big sculptures and murals on the walls. There is the little cabinet where the stormtroopers are hiding out, where C-3PO bumbles into. Then we have the little apartment where Princess Leia changes into her new dress. From there you can walk on to the dining room where you have a surprise guest waiting for you. Then you move on into the prison area where the color scheme changes to dark red. And last but not least, I call it the Skywalk, the place where Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader have their epic duel. For Cloud City, I again teamed up with my trusty graphic designer Maddy. I already worked with him on the UCS Millennium Falcon where he did the sticker sheet and the minifigures. For Cloud City, he designed an amazing lineup of minifigures, literally everything you could wish for, and a fantastic sticker sheet as well.
So for me, I think the most enjoyable step of the process is establishing which minifigures we're actually going to put in the set. You kind of go through your Star Wars knowledge and you say, who makes sense in this scene? Who haven't we done before? What would get fans excited? And then you try and put as much of that in as you can. I think the new Princess Leia is a pretty interesting character. We've only done her in her Bespin garb one time, which was in the original Cloud City set. Now we have a really nice dress element that we can use to really simulate the look very well. It's got a nice intricate pattern printed on it. I think it will be popular with the collectors. The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars film, so it was super exciting to work on something from that film. And Lando Calrissian is my favorite Star Wars character, so being able to design him and work on him was also a big deal. For Lando's cape print, I found this great costume book, and it just so happened that they had a big print of it right in the front cover. It was perfect.
The carbon fridge chamber was a really interesting detail to design on Cloud City because it needed to have a function. You have a minifigure that you need to turn into a carbonite block, which is a different LEGO element. So how do you do that? I was experimenting a lot with different functions, but at one point I thought, wouldn't it be much more fun to have it in one motion? Of course, that's a pretty complex function to design, and yeah, it was really tricky, really fun to do.
So in this set, you get the Cloud Car, which is specific to Bespin, which is piloted by two people, which is why you have the two Cloud Car pilots. The Slave one is, of course, Boba Fett's famous, super cool bounty hunter spaceship that everybody loves. So on Cloud City, they really went crazy with the Art Deco. So part of what I had to do was go into the film, find reference for all these little nice details they put on the walls and things and put them in. There's some really funky stuff. Go look at the film. It's kind of interesting.
I really like working with digital design tools, and that's what I do with pretty much every set I design. I start out on my computer because it is really easy to do early sketches. And if something doesn't work out, then it's really easy to make changes and rearrange items that you already have and you think that might work. Because when you're working with bricks, you have to take things apart again or start building from scratch, and that takes a lot of time. Design time for Cloud City, I think it clocks in for almost a year, which is unusual. The Millennium Falcon only took me 6 months.
I collected LEGO Star Wars minifigs for a long time and eventually started making my own custom characters, which I would post pictures of online. Someone that worked here actually reached out to me and suggested I apply for a job. So it was just all a really happy coincidence.
I really was a LEGO kid. I could play for hours on end. I could start playing right after lunch. And then suddenly Mom called for dinner and I realized I played for 6 hours. Time just flies by when you play with LEGO. I'm actually a music teacher. I played the trombone semi-professionally and teach how to play the trombone. And at one point I had the opportunity to go to LEGO instead, and of course that's something I wanted to do since I was a kid.
If I had any advice for someone who wanted to become a LEGO designer, I would say it's a real job, don't forget that. Sometimes it seems like an unattainable thing. Just find your passion and show it through bricks, your fandom, in some way. Massage it into a portfolio, apply, you could be working with us. I was interviewing for just a general graphic designer's position, so I could have ended up on any project here at LEGO. But I think during my interview, I said I'm a Star Wars fan maybe 20 times. So it was always my goal to end up here. And now, 2.5 years later, I've been on the project, and it's just fantastic.